Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Thursday night football review for round 21 of the NRL, where we saw the Newcastle Knights defeat the Brisbane Broncos at Suncorp Stadium, 28 points to 20. The Knights, they currently go into the top 8 on the live ladder. The Broncos were without Katoni Staggs tonight, and he is out for the rest of the season, and I reckon the Broncos really miss Katoni Staggs out there tonight, and the Broncos showed some good signs early on, but Newcastle ended up getting a little bit of momentum and running over the top of the Broncos. Bit of a late scare towards the end there for Newcastle, but I found a way to get the job done. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts on tonight's game as well in the comment section below. But let's get into the Thursday night football review. In the first 8 minutes of the game, the Knights had all the ball in the attack. Ponga was throwing passes. Corey made a few knock-ons. Try-saving knock-ons, I should say. And the first 8 to 10 minutes, I thought the Broncos' goal on defense was very good. They showed a lot of good scramble defense there, and they were backing themselves really well. So I thought the first 10 minutes of the game, the Broncos was very good. And then in the 13th minute, all the Broncos' hard work in the first 10 minutes paid off. They scored. The first try of the night went to Tessie New on the right-hand side. He got on the outside of Bradman Best. He sort of fell off Tessie New, and Tessie New scored the first try of the game. Sarko misses the goal there. Broncos 4-0 after 13 minutes gone. And then in the 20th minute, a very soft try. Newcastle had a scrum 20 metres out. Jake Clifford pretty much with a dummy, hip and spin sort of thing, and went through and scored. Very soft defense there from the Broncos. Newcastle 6-4 after 20 minutes gone in the game. And then in the 26th minute, the Broncos hit back. Tessie New for a cutout ball to Corey Oates over in the corner. The pass for mine looked a little bit forward. I was a little bit surprised the touch charge didn't pull it up. It did look forward, but they gave it the all clear, so I would try to Corey Oates in the 26th minute. Asako misses the goal once again. At that stage, Brisbane 8-6. And then in the 38th minute, in my honest opinion, this was the game changer. This try before halftime really hurt the Broncos. 38th minute, Mitchell Pearce, the old-fashioned left foot step, went through, reached out, scored a try on his return. Jake Clifford converts the goal. Halftime, Newcastle 12 points to 8. And to be honest, I thought in that first half, Newcastle were, I thought they were a bit off in the first half. Newcastle, I don't think they were anything amazing in the first half. I thought Brisbane were unlucky not to be leading at halftime. Newcastle were just doing what they had to do, and I tried before halftime really hurt the Broncos in my opinion. And then in the second half, in the 46th minute, Ponga with a grubber kick through. Sarko knocks it back. Fitzgibbon ends up scoring the try. Again, a bit like the Tessie New forward pass situation where it looked a bit forward. The Lachlan Fitzgibbon try was a very dodgy one. Now, I'm not convinced that Lachlan Fitzgibbon grounded the ball down with pressure. But then, as Fitzgibbon was going to get the ball down, Jermaine Sarko's been held back by Bradman Best. So, that try to Lachlan Fitzgibbon in the 46th minute, I don't think it should have been a try. It's a very tough call there against the Broncos. But anyway, Newcastle go out to 18-8. And then in the 58th minute, Mitchell Pearce brings Mitchell Barnett under. And then Barnett scores for Newcastle. At this stage, Newcastle lead 24-8. The game's pretty much gone. And then 62nd minute, Newcastle go to the left-hand side. Ponga to Bradman Best. Gets it on to Onari Chawala. He goes over and scores out wide. Newcastle 28-8. The game's over. Everyone's thinking Knights are going to win this game by 30. And then the Broncos decided to play some goddamn footy. They made a bit of a late comeback. 65th minute, Tyson Gamble put up a bomb. Jesse Alphas taps it back. And then in his second game, Xavier Wilson scores for the Broncos. Good on Xavier Wilson. Knights 28-14. And then in the 72nd minute, Herbie Farnworth on the right-hand side beats Brody Jones, who's inexperienced in the centres because Heimel Hunt failed a HIA. So Kurt Mann was on the wing. Brody Jones was in the centres. And Farnworth scores there. And full time, Newcastle beat the Broncos 28 points to 20 up there at Suncorp Stadium, a Newcastle home game. Newcastle in the first half were a bit clunky. Their last 10 minutes of the first half were very good. The Broncos, you know, they had some good periods for them, but again, just not 80 minutes of football from them. And Newcastle, they had a good 40 to 65th minute, and then the Broncos had a good last 15 minutes, but being down 28-8 and making a late comeback, it's just too hard to come back. It really is. But, some of the great players from tonight's game, we'll start with the Newcastle Knights. Kalen Ponga, 48, a fairly solid game. Nothing great, but I thought he had played all right. I thought Kurt Mann was good in the sense I thought he was quite well. Bradman Best, thought he was quiet tonight. Bradman Best, but it was below his standards. I know Chihuahua was okay in periods. Jake Clifford was all right. Mitchell Pearce was absolutely outstanding. Thought he had a great game tonight, Mitchell Pearce, in his return. Daniel Saifidi was great, ran over 200 metres. Jacob Saifidi was good as well. Tyson Frizzell was outstanding in my opinion. I thought he played great. Tyson Frizzell. Fitzgibbon was solid. Mitchell Barnett had a great game as well. Also the bench. Connor Watson looked very dangerous for Newcastle as well. David Clemmer's impact was outstanding. Brody Jones as well played a lot of centre. He did a good job as well. And Suasa Sue wasn't too bad. As for the Broncos, thought Tessie New had a very up and down night. Had some good moments, but consistently just isn't that fullback that the Broncos need. Corey Yates was good. Thought Herbie Funworth had a very good game as well. He played great. Sarko was okay. Gamble was a bit blah. Now, something that I find absolutely disgusting. Brodie Croft, he played 60 minutes. He did not run for one single metre. 60 minutes at halfback from Brodie Croft, and he did not run for 1 metre. That is absolutely disgusting. So I don't think Brodie Croft will play another game this year after that pathetic performance. He was axed for Albert Kelly in the last 20 minutes. That's how bad Brodie Croft was. That's not good enough. That's not NRL standard, man. 60 minutes at halfback and then just 0 run meters. What are you doing, Brodie Croft? Awful. Absolutely awful. Might be the worst game of his career tonight. It was awful. Palacine, the young front row for Brisbane, did a lot of dumb things out there tonight. Gave away a couple of dumb penalties, high tackles. He really needs to look at his game. He was a bit sloppy tonight. Payne Haas was good as he always is. Jordan Ricky couldn't even get involved. I felt sorry for Jordan Ricky. Alex Glenn, I thought he was average as well. Xavier Wilson did good off the bench. Reece Kennedy didn't offer a whole lot. Albert Kelly looked all right when he came on the field. But Newcastle, for mine, far too good. Brodie Croft, man, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he was absolutely shithouse for the Broncos. My top 3 players on ground for tonight's game. I'm going to go number 3. I'm going to go with Tyson Frizzell. Thought he had a great game tonight, Tyson Frizzell. Number 2, I'm going to go with Mitchell Barnett. I thought he was a handful all night. I thought he had a great game. And number 1, my man of the match, it's going to go to Mitchell Pearce. His return game tonight, ran for 96 metres, scored a try, had a try assist, and he was heavily involved in everything Newcastle did. And his kicking game was outstanding for mine. So Mitchell Pearce gets my man of the match in the Knights win over the Broncos. Newcastle now go into the top 8 until the other games over the weekend. So like the Titans, Sharks, and Raiders and Dragons until they play. But the Knights are in the 8 at the moment, and we'll see how they go in the coming weeks. They got a pretty good run for the finals, so we'll see how they go. But guys, that's it for the Thursday Night Football review. Make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Newcastle too good for the Broncos. Thanks for watching, fellas, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Friday Night Football review. Until then, stay safe, take care of yourself. See you guys in the next one.